So I'm concerned that Claire is too uncomfortable in my class and needs more one-on-one time than I can give her.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming to meet with me. I appreciate your time. Would you mind if I take some notes over this so I can get a better idea of what's going on?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, thank you. If you wouldn't mind telling me how a typical day in your classroom looks.
Yeah, so I mean, typical day in my classroom, just typical language arts. We do a bell ringer, we have some content. I typically do a little bit of group work, and then they typically end with like a short exit slip or assessment or something of that nature.
Okay, and how does Claire interact with other students in that classroom?
Yes, it's kind of my concern.
Okay.
She doesn't really interact with the other students. Or myself, really. She just appears very uncomfortable and kind of withdrawn in class.
Okay. Has that been a new observation, or has it kind of slowly progressed over time?
Yeah, so, her behaviors in my classroom have really been present all semester, just with, like, the not participating in groups and things like that. But the last 3 weeks, things have gotten a lot worse, and her grades are starting to drop.
Okay. Well, I have her for the 7th period support for homework and stuff, so it's possible I can address some of the grade discrepancies, so I can push for more homework accuracy and work on it from that academic side right now.
Okay.
I do hear your concerns with the behaviors, and I'm sure that's challenging to address while you have an entire class to teach as well. So if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to come observe some of those behaviors in class.
Yeah, that's fine.
What period is that?
I have her first thing in the morning.
Okay.
And you can come anytime.
Okay. That sounds good. Do you have any other concerns in regard to Claire?
Not really. I guess my big concern right now is I do feel like she needs some more one-on-one time, and she's just not making progress now, and I want her to be successful.
For sure. So in regards to the more one-on-one time, it has been established in her IEP that her least restrictive environment is in your general education classroom. So if you do have a concern with wanting more one-on-one time, that's something that we'll have to discuss in an IEP meeting.
Okay.
Because from IDEA, we have to enforce her least restrictive environment that's already been established through her IEP.
Okay.
So hopefully through those observations, if I'm seeing similar things to what you're saying as well, we could go and request an IEP meeting to reevaluate that least restrictive environment and
that makes sense.
Go from there. Okay. Would you mind if I read back some of these notes just to make sure that we are on the same page going forward?
Okay.
So a typical day in your classroom looks like bell ringers, group projects, directed instruction, and then maybe an exit slip to check comprehension. You're not seeing many interactions with peers or yourself from Claire. This has been observed throughout the semester, but more recently, in the past 3 weeks, her grades have dropped. I have her for resource, and you have her for first period. Your big concern is potentially wanting more one-on-one instruction for Claire. However, her LRE is your general education classroom right now, so that is kind of up in the air with what we're going to discuss in the future. Okay. So I can probably stop in your classroom tomorrow to observe. Would you mind setting up a meeting in about a week to reevaluate this, and then maybe from there we talk to the IEP team?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay, sounds good. Would next Friday at 1:30 work for you?
Works great.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.